Welcome back to the grim darkness of the 41st millennium. I'm Inquisitor Temperance Prize, keeper of the Inquisition's Black Library, and this is my report on the Valentyne Heresy, an actual play podcast set in the Genesis adaptation of Warhammer 40,000's Dark Heresy RPG. This report features Game Master Tom McGee and players Ryan LaPlante as Inquisitor Lucius Valentyne, Tyler Hewitt as Attikus Viz, Del Borovic as Morgan Rolls, and Josh Halbot as Gideon Vega. My report shows that the Inquisitorial band are facing ever-worsening odds at the foot of the Warp Gate. Attikus is in combat with both the Filth Lord and a Plague Marine. Morgan is paralyzed by warp magic. Valentyne is hacking apart the burning tumor from the inside. And Gideon is being assaulted by a daemonhost. Will any of them survive to complete their mission? Find out next in this episode of the Valentyne Heresy.
Rest assured, I will hold this planet in your name, Zinch. We will spread nightmares and dreams. I will hold it until my dying breath. The Eternal Blasphemy, Elm'stat. Okay, so sometimes when you're playing a Genesis system, you get a roll that makes you go, how in the hell? And that is exactly where we find ourselves. We are locked in combat around a warp tumor that is blocking a warp gate that is desperately needed by the Inquisitorial band to get the fuck off this planet. Triox has been a bad time for everybody involved, and you are ready to go. That said, you are locked in struggle with the Filth Lord Postulus, the current Daemon Prince of the planet, who has turned the old Daemon Prince of the planet, Elm'stat, into a giant, horrible, distended warp tumor thing. Valentyne is inside that right now, trying to cut away to the door. Gideon has been throwing fire and blasting open holes and causing critical damage to it. Meanwhile, Morgan was surrounded by warp shackles, preventing her from acting, but used Toby to get away, which unfortunately was the same time that Gideon was running to her aid, leaving Gideon open to attack. Attikus, meanwhile, is flanked by a Plague Marine and Postulus himself. It's an interesting day for everyone. Trin Rakai is in Valentyne's pocket. So, the daemonhost, one of the two guards of this room, had just wandered over to Gideon and sprayed plague in his face. And I rolled a triumph, 5 successes, and a despair.
God,
which is the weirdest fucking roll.
I thought it was less. I
Come back to
I thought it was. I
hitting
remembered
harder.
it being 3, and I was like, "Oh, 5? Fuck."
Okay, so let's just start with the damage part, and then we can talk about what else happens.
Sure.
So it does base damage 9, and then 1 for each of these successes. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage.
Does any of that get soaked?
Yeah, there's no
okay.
pierce.
All right,
Soak
okay.
7.
That's good. So that's 8
So it's
damage.
5 plus 9?
Yep,
14.
14.
14. Okay, so 6.
No, sorry, it's 6 because I have a triumph.
There we go.
Success.
Which
15.
15 points of damage
Yeah,
minus soak.
that's why I was checking. I
Yeah.
was like, does it change the number?
Doesn't.
It's bad.
Yep.
That's cool. That's cool. He is at half health.
Cool. Here's the part that's less fun. It has burn 5. So just keep that in your back pocket. As you're surrounded by...
Looking at Josh, I'm like, we both know what burn does.
Yep.
Sure do.
do.
Sure do. But I also rolled both a triumph and a despair. So I'm going to say for the despair that with the last vestiges of the soul that you managed to like claim from the void, Orogoth kind of absorbs the burn. So he'll take the burn. His soul is shredded and inverts, but he managed to prevent a bit of, like, as he absorbs the plague stuff, he's just like pulled into Nurgle's domain and due for an eternity of torment, but he manages to take the burn off of you. That said, this guy also got a triumph. What the fuck? I was literally, we took a break between episodes. I was sitting upstairs being like, what the fuck do I even do with this?
You only have so many elevators.
You could just
Yeah.
Just get a sweet, sweet crit.
A secret door opens up and a new elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a crit seems appropriate. So
Yeah.
let's trigger a critical hit. If the Marine wasn't already up, that would be the plan. But
And you have no crits
We already failed
currently?
the round.
I have no
Your
crits
hits are all
currently. I've
healed.
been
Perfect.
healed
Okay.
from my normal bullshit.
so I get a 56.
56. An agonizing wound. The
Great.
target increases the difficulty of all brawn and agility checks by 1 until this injury is healed. It is a 2 purple difficulty to heal.
Okay. So I am agonize.
Yeah. Track that as an
Crit.
ongoing crit. That's not just one turn. It's like it has
That
to be
is
healed
that's
into
until
purple.
healed.
Until
Medican.
healed.
Yeah.
And what,
Medican,
sorry, what was it? It was
Medicaid.
plus 1
Difficulty to brawn and agility checks
so
until it's healed.
just agility. Let's be honest.
That's all this boy's concerned about.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. It's a stressful time for all involved. Okay, so that brings us to the tumor, which is on fire. Having been double flamed, we forgot 1 round, so it's going to take double the damage now. So that is, it takes 10 points.
I think we
5
had
points.
a one.
No,
No?
because the burn is not the amount of the excessive thing at the front. The burn is always your base amount with
Base.
no abilities.
Yeah.
So it's 10.
10.
10.
So it takes 10 and then 10 because it'd be
Yeah.
2 separate attacks.
Total of 20.
But 2 instances of 10 for soak to be
Yes.
considered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
The sorcerers were providing the soak.
Ooh.
Oh,
And then sorcerers providing the soak. The tumor burns up. The fires just kind of like bubble under the flesh, and just the entire thing kind of collapses and wheezes. And Valentyne, I think for you, it's just like that classic overhead Lincoln Smash Brothers like overhead slash thing, just cutting through it like a
It's
a
that
tent
and the
collapsing.
refractor field holding it.
and
holding
just
it
kind of
off as it
spreads
drifts. Yeah.
the flesh of the now dead Elm'stat. All of the sort of ghosts and visions in the room fade away as he dies. And though it is gooey and disgusting, the warp gate stands before you, which is the bottom of the initiative, which means we go top of the round. The sorcerer, the last. Well, there's the guy without hands, so I think he just screams a bunch. The one who is left, who hasn't been injured and other things yet. This is very much one of those, like, if you see those videos on YouTube and stuff of just like someone who pulls something off a shelf and then everything collapses. He's just looking at the equivalent of a warehouse collapse. This was his only job, and it is now gone. So this is such a bad. He's having the worst day of anyone here.
He had one job.
Because Orgoth went real cool.
Yeah, because Gideon's having a great time.
Gideon's been having a good
Morgan.
time. Look, this guy didn't listen to the previous episodes. He doesn't know what's going
That's
on.
true. He's a little focused on himself.
He's his own main character syndrome.
yeah,
is
that's right.
happening.
Listen to
That's right.
podcasts while he works. Interferes with the chanting.
Okay.
Filth Lord doesn't allow it. He thinks it's distracting.
They don't have a union.
So you've ruined your warp gate.
Because we've got daemonhost and Gideon to the south. Morgan landed in the far corner. The Nurglings just fired the rifle theoretically to this guy's right.
Yep.
In the middle of the tumor where the gate is revealed, Valentyne
Valentyne.
stands with
Yeah.
the refractor field.
Yeah, I think he's going to attack you, Valentyne.
Makes the most sense.
This is just maybe if I can kill the guy who seemingly ruined the thing with his sword, then maybe I can survive this. So he's going to throw a warp bolt at you. So this is an average telekinetic check. And he has telekinesis 2 yellow, 2 green, and 1 blue. 2 yellow.
Ranged defense is 3.
Range defense is 3. I get a red and a purple. That's my difficulty. I'm going to give him a setback for the remaining ghosts. They're dissipating now that Elm'stat is dead, but I think it still stands to reason that he takes the hit for that. Story points, I believe, are at 2 and 3.
Yep, 2 for us, 3 for you.
I'm going to spend a story point because...
will I.
Okay, so to Morgan's point, main character energy.
And main character energy.
Yeah.
Well,
Who's
only
in the-
one of
who's
your
in the
names is in the
title?
I was
show.
gonna
Yeah.
say.
Okay, so we've got
Sorcerer's
3
name is
yellow.
Valentine.
So weird. 3 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, 2 red, 4 black. Wash.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Fleet
The
wash.
sorcerer's name is Canada by Night. They both have your name in a podcast.
He goes to throw the warp bolt, but between the psychic disruption of Elm'stat dying and the ghosts and everything else, he goes to throw it, and then he just sees an image of Grandfather Nurgle pass in front of him, shaking his head in disappointment. And just as the side of the Elm'stat tumor kind of implodes, you just see a little smile, and he winks at the guy, and then the image of Nurgle dissipates. But by the time it dissipates, he's lost the focus and concentration to throw the bolt, and just looks at his hands like they betrayed him. Okay, that's the sorcerer. Next up, we have Attikus. Attikus, you have a plague marine in front of you, still in the elevator with his bolter up. You have Pustulus behind you. I will say the death of Elm'stat and the tumor draws Pustulus's attention. He looks over his shoulder and is like, "Ow, fuck!" So he's not necessarily on you right this moment, but they're both there. You can see Valentyne standing dramatically, flames on his shoulders and coat next to the warp gate. What do you do?
Attikus has orders essentially not to die here today. So I think his best bet is to sucker punch Pustulus and crack him across the jaw. And see what he can do after that.
Okay.
Oh, fuck me for saying it, but Pustulus is a new target. I think I need to do a fear check.
Yeah. So 4 purple. Or no, 3 purple. Sorry, 3 purple. That'll give you a boost for just, you've been having a day of this shit.
Yeah.
So, I'll also give you a boost for the fact that your opponent is looking away and screaming in frustration at the death of his thing. So he's less scary because he's mad about.
Oh, and I get a temporary boost on my turn.
Hey, there you go.
Got carried for. I'll mark that off. Thank you I think you reminded me of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think that's it from my end.
Okay. No fear, no fear.
Hey.
1 failure.
Oh.
So you get that setback. That's it.
That's a setback die then?
Yeah.
So I can carry on though? Okay. Good Lord. Well, let's hope that's the end of all 3 boost dies coming up empty. As we get on with the punching part.
Make with the punching. Always with the punching.
2 reds and a purple.
2 reds and a purple.
I'm going to spend a story point.
Okay. Similarly, boost for him being distracted.
Okay.
I can't make a case for him not staring at his life's work falling apart behind him.
Okay. And did they have something with their defenses getting lowered with the nightmares?
I'm giving them additional setback for the spirits and monsters.
So negative on their pools.
Yeah.
No advantage on ours.
Yeah.
Got it.
He has a defense of 1.
Yes. Okay.
I think that's it on my side.
Okay.
That's all we got.
Rolling. Yeah.
Ooh, spicy.
2 threat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. 1 triumph.
Whoa!
I didn't know which direction of spiciness. It's just,
Ooh.
oof.
Okay, I got a pitch for you for the triumph, but let's deal with Pustulus first.
I also have a pitch, but I would love to hear yours.
I'll take yours. I mean, it's your place. If you got a thing you want to do, you let me know.
Okay. Well, successes for damage.
Yeah, let's do damage first.
17 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So
23.
Thank you very much.
23, and your breach brings you up to
That's Pierce 4.
Pierce 4. Okay. Yikes.
Actually, sorry. From your thing, 1 more damage because the triumph counts as a success as well,
that's right. Yep.
I apologize.
Yep.
I didn't count that.
No worries.
Oh, I don't think I've been counting those either. That's good.
I haven't been doing that.
Yeah.
And then Tom reminded me when he annihilated Gideon's face with toxic bile.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a potent hit.
I think it's because it's a sucker punch is kind of like...
Yeah, and there's a lot of them to punch, and it was already pretty bloated. So you feel things burst and shred inside him as you punch deep into his stomach. It is one of those moments where you like punch deep into him and he kind of turns back around and glowers at you as like blood kind of seeps out of his mouth. He's still up, but like you felt things give way under this power fist enough to know that a lot of shit in there just gave way.
Okay.
What's your triumph pitch?
Can I cash the triumph in for 4 advantage to spend on the power fist's knockdown ability? 2 to knock down a target, another 2 to knock down an additional target. I just want to sucker punch this guy and just kind of like wrench the arm out and just like whack the Space Marine's knee to kind of take him down.
Sure.
And so that they're both considered prone. That would be the knockdown.
Okay. Yep.
One triumph for 4 advantage. Thank you very much.
Sold.
Attikus runs.
Yes. Fair. All right.
I'll burn strain to run to move 2 things.
Yeah, and I'll spend my threat to hit you for 2 strain as well.
So I'm losing 4.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think it's only 1 range band to the tumor from the door.
It is.
So you did an
You didn't
attack,
do your
and then it'd
movement.
be a single maneuver.
I
So you don't need to
apologize.
burn maneuver strain, but you do need
Sorry,
to
yes,
maneuver. You need to burn threat strain for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that's good to know. I thought I was further away for some reason.
Oh, all right. So you run up alongside Valentyne.
Yep. And obviously, there's not a gate to run through yet or anything like that, but the gate is here. Valentyne is here. Attikus runs to Valentyne, about faces, shield up between Valentyne and these 2 big bad bastards.
Very, very fucking cool move there, buddy. Very cool.
Thank
All
you
right.
for allowing it.
Oh yeah, no. Very happy to. So that brings us to Pustulus. He's going to use maneuver to stand up. He can spend strain to move,
Correct.
and then he can attack. So he's going to scramble to his feet, turn around, see you standing there, shield up, and just scream obscenities at you. And then he's going to turn to the Marine and say, "Do your fucking job!" And he's going to use his action to get the Marine up, but he's so badly injured that he's not going to go fight you anymore. So he gets the Marine up. And the Marine immediately slaps his hand away once he gets up. But yeah, that's that. No, grandfather's not going to like that very much. Giddy. Oh wait, shit. That's the Marine. The Marine's at 4.5. So the Marine is going to shoot you, Attikus. I think he's up. He's still got his gun out. What's your defense?
For ranged is 3.
3. Okay, and you are, I think, range 3, 2, 3. Got a setback for spooky ghosts. Oh man, what a weird day we're having. And I'll use a maneuver to aim. So I've got 3 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, 3 purple, 4 black. I'm going to spend a story point to upgrade that last green.
I'll spend a story point to keep us where we are.
Sure.
To hopefully
Add a red.
help Attikus be a wall.
Okay, so 4 yellow, 1 blue, 1 red, 2 purple, 4 black.
And a red is in there?
You upgraded it. Yeah.
I did. Okay.
1 red, 2 purple.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 1 failure, 1 threat. I think Pustulus gets him up and is like, "Do your job." And the Marine goes to fire, and Pustulus steps just enough in front of him to yell like, "Get fucked!" like Imperial dogs. And the Marine's just like, shoves him to the side. But that makes the shot go wide so that he doesn't fucking end Pustulus. And with the threat, 1 threat to me, I will, I think, pass a boost to the next player character.
Great. Whoever's
roll.
next in initiative
Yeah.
order. Love it.
Which is Gideon.
Nice.
So
I
you
know
have Plague Bearer standing over you, screaming, "You are not on fire." The warp gate is open, is there to your left. What do you do?
I don't know mechanically. Do I have to do something to like detach from this guy, or can he? Like,
You can spend a maneuver to kind of disengage in a D&D sense of getting out without getting tagged. Is how we've been playing it.
Yes.
am I like blinded or anything by this like horrible spray?
No,
or
it's
is
just
it
burning.
Just
Just
burning away?
fire. Yep.
Yeah, I think he can't. He knows. He's got to adjust. So he'll. What was it? A strain to get
A
out?
maneuver. So
A
you get one maneuver for free,
Yeah.
and then if you want to move again after you've disengaged, it'll cost you 2 strain.
Okay, yeah. So he'll just do that. He's trying to like rub this shit out of his eyes. He's staggering around. He's screaming. He's not having a great time.
Yep,
and he's gonna see Valentyne and for whatever naive reason think he can help me. And he's gonna try and stumble over to him.
Great. So you stumble over to us. You successfully do that. Is there anything you want to do with your action in terms of an attack, a psychic power, anything like that?
I don't think I can afford to. Like he's so stressed out. If he does any psionics right now, he goes to 0 strain.
Do you still have a gun? You had a gun that you used on
he
someone
might. Yeah, so maybe
way back when.
Yeah,
And Impostulus is looking pretty fucked up.
Impostulus. Yeah, you know what? So yeah, let's get into it then. So he'll sort of blindly stagger back.
So
this.
Impostulus, the demon host who burned you. You have so many fun options.
That's true.
A space marine,
Yeah.
dealer's choice.
You know what? He's still kind of sour at Postulus for Orgoth, and he's going to try and get a little revenge here.
All right.
So let's get into it.
So
For
it's
Orgoth.
range 3. So 3 purple.
So let's go range.
This is an agility thing for you, right?
Yeah, so it's going to add another one here. So let's clear that out.
And I don't think my adversary... No, it does. Adversary would update. Yeah, so that's 3 red.
Because of the quality of your opponent, it's harder to shoot them.
So we're going to upgrade your purples to reds.
Yeah.
Interesting. How fun.
It's not like this gun gets hot.
Yeah, I look forward to this gun killing me.
This guy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I brought it
Carry
up.
your gun or we're all fucking
Yep.
dead. This is the Imperium.
He's stagging out of it. He's going to be, so he's doing his normal thing.
He walked over to us and took out his exploding gun. And
Yep. And so it was
I'm sorry,
3.
everyone.
No. This is perfect. We all told him to do it. I don't know why you're owning this as your decision, Tyler.
3 reds, and I had a boost.
Yep.
And then I have an extra difficulty whenever I try to do anything else. So that's another purple.
The wound. Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Yep. So he just is not, he's not like sure on his feet right now. He's like wiping like bile and shit out of his eyes. But he's trying to contribute. He's trying to help.
raising
And he's
that plasma
tired.
gun.
And he just like shakily raises the plasma gun at Postulus.
Hell yeah.
And he thinks of Orgoth. And he's hoping for the best.
Let's do it.
Oh, fuck me. He got 2 successes, 1 advantage, 1 threat, and 1 triumph.
Whoa!
That's a good fuck me.
Jesus
That's exciting.
Christ!
No.
I understand what you guys are
Everyone.
saying
Yeah.
now because I do the same thing.
everyone, can I see that for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. 1 triumph, 2 successes, 1 advantage, and a despair.
Is that a despair? Oh, no, did I
That's a
read it wrong?
despair.
Shit.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh, shit. You know, it looks so much like that.
What is this combat?
Fuck.
I have a pitch for all
sorry,
of the
dude.
above
Nope,
if
no,
you
thank
want
you
it, Tom.
I mean, sure.
I have a pitch that could combo this whole goddamn thing
Yeah.
because dear Gideon ran forwards next to a fully trained Imperial commissar and he shakily raised a plasma gun and he sighted down the barrel and he pulled the trigger and we'll say for the sake of this story, plasma guns, halfway is the charge within the cells. You can see heating up. And then when you pull the trigger, it blasts off. But he's too new, so he was holding the trigger down. So it still shot and hit the targets. But Valentyne next to him hears the whine of the plasma gun overheating. So the triumph is Valentyne hearing that, grabbing the gun and hurling it into the elevator. The despair is the gun blows up and we don't have a plasma gun anymore.
My plasma gun.
Yeah. I buy all of this.
Sorry,
But
dude.
what I'm going to want from you, Valentyne, is a check to see whether you have the presence of mind in this, like, oh, the grenade's about to go off, to just punch it out of his hand as hard as you can, where it'll just go and slap a wall, or if you have the presence of mind to grab it and hurl it into the elevator.
See, I love that idea of that roll, but I will raise you a story point.
Into the elevator it goes. So, yeah, just like, and yeah, just panic, grab, and throw. Yeah, Gideon just following with his hands. Postulus explodes from the blast. So like you have this moment, like second of triumph, and then the gun is hurled past, and the plague marine just like in slow motion, this thing's flying towards him. Is like, grandfather, come on. And then the gun explodes. The Marine is thrown back against the wall. You hear a grinding. I did mention this was a poorly maintained elevator. Grinding of gears and cables, and the elevator car just drops.
Wow. Fuck, thank you for noticing that. I thought these symbols are too close. Give me just a 30 seconds to erase all of the rules I wrote down for this. No, they were so complicated.
Goodbye.
I have
Just pages.
dare I ask, just because I do believe in narrative continuity. Did you ever tell Jeffrey to leave the elevator? Or should we roll a coordination check using Jeffrey's stats to see if Jeffrey
Where is
bumbles out?
Jeffrey?
Jeffrey would have been in the elevator to start.
We all exited the elevator.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
'cause
we
the
never
doors. Well, no,
specified
because
with
the door
Jeffy.
shut. It went down and got the Marine. So if he was in it, he would have gone down and got murdered by the Marine. So I think
Maybe, or he's just a robot standing in the
stood
corner
there.
with a spooky face.
No,
With a little cigarette
He's
tray.
a one-armed butler.
yeah, but he's been told to like follow around. So I think when Morgan stepped off, he probably did.
So he's been running through this room and we just haven't noticed him.
Squeaking around in the background.
I think what we can safely say is
like
like
one of those
he's
mouse
been
droids?
minorly pestered by nurglings. so
So we look over and we realize as the elevator explodes and the Marine falls away, Jeffrey's in the corner being bullied by nurglings.
just like bumping into walls and stuff like a Roomba, just having a bad time.
This is all really cute, except there's a demon host.
Yes, that's true.
I'm doing a bad job of keeping track of Jeffrey. So if
That's
you want,
okay.
I'll try and do better.
No, it's
like
all good.
making sure that at the end of my turn, I'm like,
like
and
he's
Jeffrey
back
goes
there.
here.
Jeffrey's not a super important part of our plot,
Yes,
so I'm
okay.
happy for him to just be there when he's there and not when he's
I
not.
just don't want him to die in a fucking elevator.
Well, then,
Just for my own conscience.
Taking so much
that's
from
a
Josh
useful
already.
thing
Yeah.
for you to consider when you
Babysitting.
give him orders.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
so
I
he's
just-
just being pestered in the corner.
Yep.
Actually, realistically, he'd probably try to go get Lizzo Lizardman because that was his last big like job was like carry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing. He doesn't know that the Soul Stone's gone, so yeah, he's just like making his way. No one's paying attention to him. Just like Baby Groot and Guardians 2. Just like instead of dancing, he's just awkwardly shuffling, being bumped around by. He hasn't made it there, but he's on his way to the servitor.
Oh fuck!
Wow. A lot happened there. Did Pustulus go down with that successful shot going off?
Yeah, that ripped him
Pustulus
up.
died and the Marines down the elevator shaft, so they're both gone. So we still have one sorcerer.
Yep.
We still have a demon host.
And
we still have nurglings
around, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that was a very good move. All right. Next up is Valentyne.
Yep.
Don't I usually go after Gideon?
You do, Morgan.
I'm like, hey.
Nice to see you.
I can
You
have
can
a
move your
turn.
body again.
Yeah. So
Do you know, I just need to say something for the listeners at home so I don't sound like a bully. The despair on the plasma gun also makes it overheat and 100% would have killed our dear friend.
Oh,
Gideon.
yes,
So
yes.
it's like, it had to go. I wasn't
It
just
had to
breaking
leave.
Josh's things for fun. I love Josh. I don't want to steal
There's-
his stuff.
You say shoving Jeffrey
despair
through the
equals
elevator shaft.
explosion?
Yeah,
That's-
it's like 1 despair, 4 threat. It gets hot. It immediately does damage to me. It would have been 12. Yeah, so
It does its damage plus its pierce and everything else. It would have been.
it would
Pierce
have been
5, vicious 2, maximal. It would have mulched me in a very,
That's
very
why I did it.
unfortunate
Anyway,
way.
Valentine
No.
knows plasma guns when they go off big.
Yeah.
Back to you. Sorry.
That's fine. So Toby is flying Morgan over and drops Morgan directly next to and behind Valentyne because Morgan has no weapon. So she's going to grab Valentine's gun, turn, and shoot the priest.
The holdout?
You have a pistol.
I have a pistol, but it's not going to do enough damage to kill a priest.
Okay, but his bolt pistol's in his hand.
Well, then she's going to grab his hand and aim it and just shoot the priest. She's directly next to him.
That's
So
I like that. Rad.
sorry, shooting the demon host or the sorcerer?
The sorcerer.
Sorcerer. All right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Go for it.
Valentine's
What the
busy.
chug? He yells.
Yeah.
She's just
Hand
there.
Learn to share, Valentine.
Yeah. Well, your hand would have been empty to move the thing too, so you would have stowed either your sword or your
Oh,
bolter.
yeah, I guess. Or they were in his hands. It's just an awkward clap with
Everything,
weapons and throw. But
everything.
either way, she's got his gun in his hand.
It's
I
fine.
do view it less as a throw and more of a just hitting it as hard as you
Yeah,
can.
that makes
and,
sense.
Like backhanding
And
with the pistol.
Morgan landed herself right next to you in order to be
Oh,
in
listen,
this position.
I'm sold. I'm on board.
Okay. All right. So
So this range is he's closer than the door, so 2.
okay. I have one boost from Attikus that I have held on
Thank
to
you
for
for tracking
4
that.
rounds or
Yeah.
whatever it's been.
More than one episode.
Yes. Yes. Okay. And anything else?
They have defense 0.
Okay. We're just going to do it. It's
I
a
think
little
it's-
pew-pew.
yeah, just a little
pow
pew-pew.
pow. 3 successes and 1 threat. So how much damage does your gun do?
That will do 13 damage with a pierce of 2.
13 damage, pierce 2. Okay. You cap him with the bolt pistol. You like blow a chunk in his shoulder, but he's still up. He's just looking real bad.
Okay. And then with my maneuver, I'm going to send Toby towards the servitor to go help, I guess, Jeffrey, or grab the servitor back again.
Do you care more about this? Oh, you don't know the soul stone's not in it. I was gonna say, do you care more about the servitor or your gun?
I care more about this thing opening.
Yep, fair
So-
enough. Right.
Yeah,
So-
I care more about this gate opening. I don't.
Jeffrey's like, in my head, it's like the Great Escape, like bump, 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 as he's just like slowly fighting his way over, and then he starts to lean over to pick up the servitor, and Toby just swoops by, grabs him, flies away, and Jeffrey just awkwardly stands up, turns, and starts walking.
Gideon and Morgan, Jeffrey and Toby, just like cut from the same cloth. Like, I'm helping. Just, oh, that's gone now. Okay.
So he starts walking towards the center of the room because he was told to carry the servitor. That's very funny.
Yeah, I care way more about this gate getting open than my gun. My gun is important, but all of our lives are more important than that gun in Morgan's mind.
Great. Are you going to spend strain to get the extra maneuver to get Toby back?
Yeah,
Because
if I
basically
can.
Yeah. Because I think the double move would be like 1 to send him over there, 1 to get him back, and you
Done.
didn't have to move this turn because Toby just dropped you.
Perfect.
Just Valentine.
Done.
Sick.
So we have the servitor back over here
Great.
now.
Servitor body drops down next to you.
Great. Morgan takes the, because it's Valentine next, right?
Yes.
Morgan takes the shot. It wings the sorcerer. Morgan looks over. The bird comes, like, bird grabs thing, flies it over. Morgan looks back and realizes Valentine is just sighting down his own arm and firing again at the sorcerer using exactly the same gun. It looks like she's teaching him how to shoot. They're both in line.
It's like holding hands.
It's like they're doing a bad like, studio photo.
Yeah.
Set together with a bolt
Yay!
gun.
It's all sighted up for you.
Yeah.
What a
Alrighty. Difficulty was 2.
Yep.
No defense on the sorcerer.
No.
Alrighty.
Can you get a boost because it's already pointed in the right direction?
Yeah, take that as an aim.
It's a free
It's
aim.
incredible.
Alrighty, let's see what happens. 1 success and 3 advantage. So that'll do 11 damage at Pierce 2.
How does he go down?
Nice.
He just goes down through the head. Valentine corrects that little click over because it's just the difference between looking slightly off the shoulder to having it be your
Yeah.
shoulder.
And he's slightly taller, too.
Yeah. So it's there. There's a second bang, and then Valentine is already Trin Rakai out of pocket, jam it into the servitor in front of him. Jeffrey's stumbling over. He'll like pay 2 strain to rip off Jeffrey's arm and jam it onto Lizardman. And then he's just holding Trin Rakai up and putting the seed, like holding the seed out in another hand. So Valentine is just, actually he would give it to Morgan because Morgan's more dexterous and for flavor's sake. And then the idea is like Trin is now working on the door with Valentine and Morgan making that happen.
Yes, absolutely.
Combat is the other's problems.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, I'll add Trin to the order at Valentine. It'll be kind of like Toby. I'll make him go on your turn.
Cool.
Perfect.
Yeah, because Valentine will just be contributing
Helping,
to
yeah.
that unless he has to go do something
Great.
combat-wise.
Okay. Next up are the Nurglings. Pew pew. They do.
They can,
They have Morgan.
Here's an
They have Morgan's
interesting
gun.
thing. They have to reload every time, and Morgan has the ammo.
That's true.
Hey, okay.
They
true.
beautifully manage
Yeah.
to reload,
Actually,
then realize
here
no
we
one has
go.
bullets.
They shot mine, so there's only 1 bullet left, and Morgan has it on her.
Yeah. So the thumbs up guy is like does like the airline like go and then the guy with the scope is like he thinks he gets it, he's moving it back and forth between his eyes, gives him a thumbs up. It's like like an aircraft taking off an aircraft carrier where everyone's doing like thumbs up and salutes. They turn it, they sight it perfectly on Valentine's head, and just
They load another Nurgling into the chamber, just
they
shove
don't
him
even,
in.
they don't know about the chamber. So he's got the finger and he's in his head. He's just like, and this is how I will ascend. And then he pulls it just. Tick, 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 tick. And all of them are like hitting him in the shoulder, being like, "Fucking shoot him, man!" And he's like, as they just continue to click the thing, and they start fighting with each other. They drop the gun. They're like punching each other. It's just a little punch up because this is not fun. It's not fun if no one gets shot. So they're just a rolling ball of Nurglings on top of Morgan's rifle. Great turn. Okay, so that's them. I think the rest of them are probably like eaten up by plasma explosion and other shit. So I'm not too concerned about the rest of them. Okay, we go to the demon host. How appropriate. So here's an interesting thing. I have to see how smart demon hosts are. To basically, like, can they recognize that you're activating the portal or not?
Or are we just two idiots holding a robot?
Half of a robot.
We're all grouped up too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All four of us are together.
I mean, we're pretty far apart though. Like, if somebody was to barf, it no way it would hit all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't the conversation we just had about the plasma gun.
Valentyne kicked him away too.
He exploded a different elevator.
Get out of my way! Valentyne yelled at Attikus' voice.
Oh yeah, this thing is not. It's not just a big dumb punchy thing. It's going to.
No, demons are very fucking smart.
Yeah, so it's going to do the T-1000 run at you, just kind of like arms pumping. And just as it's approaching, you can see like a demonic fire glowing throughout its body, mouth distending. And Gideon, you're all grouped up. It's good. We got the whole party together.
I would say you probably have three of us in a line, but Attikus was protecting us from the door. So I would say we are probably physically between Attikus and...
Yep, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'll buy that.
Yeah,
Yep.
he had the big shield.
He's got the shield.
He's shielding the wrong way, but
Oh,
he's there.
you know what's interesting? This is still a solo target
Makes sense. Psychic.
attack. Yeah. So what's he gonna fucking do, man? This is bad. This is all a bad thing.
I don't want to influence this. Okay, I have an idea, but it's not nice. Stay inside ideas. Shut up, Lord Brain. Shut up.
Okay. He's going to reach out with the warp shackles at Valentyne. He sees you holding the thing up to the door, and he knows, like, he's aware that at this point he just doesn't want anyone activating that because Marines climb quickly, you know? So this is a daunting telekinesis check. So that's 4 purple. He gets...
Are none of them red if it's telekinesis? He's a demon, so I don't know if that applies or not.
Or does he not get perils?
Psychic is
As a
usually
demon?
always that, but I don't know if you can get perils as a demon.
it's weird. It's giving me 4 purple, but yeah, there should be...
I think psychic checks automatically get upgraded by 1, but their difficulties are the same if there's a chance of perils.
Yeah, at least mine say they all start with 1 basic red, and then you add everything else when you're trying to do something with purples, but that could just be...
This one is specifically instructed me to only use purple. So,
yeah, that makes sense. The demons are already warp-born, so it's not like they're going to be like, oops, I summoned me.
I'm covered in
all my
Morgan.
friends showed up. This is great.
I can't believe I got free help.
Does he take an additional difficulty due to nightmare screaming?
Yeah, I'll give him a setback for that. I think that's the last round of that, but you guys are in a bad way, so you can have it. Okay, so I've got 4 yellow, 1 green, 4 purple, 1 black.
And this one's on the mind, so obviously no armor would make a difference for this.
Correct.
Would the refractor field affect this in some way because it functions at a different... I'm fine if it doesn't.
No, I don't think so.
Just going in your brains.
Yeah.
So I always check because I'm like, it's more arcane than anything traditional.
Would his tempered will help at all for just flavor-wise, since his brain is good?
No, I don't think so. Because it's the body that we're... Like, your brain was fine.
That's right,
It's
yes.
in control of the body. I'll give him another setback for just everything that's going on. This is a proper clusterfuck. So I think just like he doesn't lose focus. He's enraged, but it's just like, what are we going to do? Our tumor's gone. Our sweet, sweet tumor. We're working so hard. Okay, so 4 yellow, 1 green, 4 purple, 2 black. Do you want to spend any story points,
We
Valentine?
can't. We have 0.
Oh, interesting. Then I'll
gross.
spend 1. Boop. Okay, let's go. Fucking hell. 1 advantage and 1 failure.
Oh, Valentyne.
So yeah, he reaches out with his demonic mind and attempts to seize seize upon you and drag you away from the gate. What stopped him?
Cold logic. Valentyne has been trained by the Inquisition, which means low-level mind incursions are something he would have experienced in his training. They literally bring in a psyker to break into your brain, and you just go again and again and again until your mind is broken, or they can explain enough basic psychological strategy of how to do it. So he is a Rube Goldberg machine of non-Euclidean geometry inside his mind. He has memorized series of paintings, fortifications. He has blended the two. So it is trying to hack through a mountain of incredibly intricate, purposefully confusing logic puzzles that Valentyne can throw up at a moment's notice. Instinctively, if he feels the tendrils, a very good psyker he wouldn't feel, so he couldn't do it. But this is a brute force hack attack dealing with the Inquisition trained mind. At the heart of it is just determination and loyalty to the Emperor.
Right.
Just can't break the walls.
Gotcha. Okay.
Cool.
So with all of that, I'm going to spend my advantage narratively. You just hear like a clasping of hands and like a delighted sigh as the shimmering woman appears yet again, just on the sort of the other side of the gate. And she says, "Wonderful, wonderful. Just, although we have our differences, Lucius, I understand the potential Wilhelm saw in you. I just need you to know it's going to be harder for us to communicate when you leave this place. And I understand that you need to, all of you need to, you and all of your friends. But I'll be sure to reach out. Just keep that hope in your heart, Just keep smiling, Valentyne. It's going to be wonderful."
I abjure thee, demon. I will destroy thee. I will exorcise thee, and in the name of the Emperor thou shalt never return to the material plane. It will be my duty and my honor to see you scream, weep, and die.
And she just kind of like cocks her head a little bit and says, "Demon? Oh, please, I'm much more than that." At which point we move on to the next initiative order, that was the demon host. Fuck. The tumor is dead. Long live the tumor. Top of the round, sorcerer is dead. Except for the one who's like,
No
bleeds
hands.
out. Just bleeds to death. Because he doesn't have any hands. Attikus, demon host is still up. Valentyne and Chernarkai are working on the portal. Shimmering woman is there. She appears to have Marnie's features to you.
Demon host seems like the more immediate threat, and also the original order. And he can hear Valentyne shutting this person out too.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, you tell him, Valentyne. Yeah.
She's also, I will say she's not attempting to influence anyone's minds. There's no like psycher shit going on. It's just talking.
That's fine. Like if he wasn't in the middle of a fight, he would find something to whip at her. Like he would just throw a chair at her or something. Like she's a demon as far as he's concerned. So he's going to go for the demon host though. Demon host.
All right. Walk on up.
Yeah. Fresh demon host.
Fresh
fear
demon
check?
host. No, we've accounted for your fear of demon host in general.
2 reds and a purple.
Correct.
Is the adversary 3?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. All right. I have my die pool so far. I don't know that there are any other outstanding things.
Nope, don't think so.
Okay. 2 successes.
Nice.
Okay, so how badly do you hit him?
I hit him 19 badly.
Yeah, 19 badly. Okay, so strong hit.
4 pierce.
Yep.
Thank you.
I accounted for it.
I figured you might. Just making sure.
Yep.
And it's Attikus between this thing and the people he was trying to get at.
Yeah, so strong hit. You feel it crunch under the weight of it. And you can see it staring in confusion at this woman as well. Like you punch it, and it almost doesn't take notice because it's just staring in vexation at this image. You do significant damage to it though.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do?
I think that's it. I maneuver to get there.
Yep.
Action to attack, and just want to make sure that I'm the one between it and the rest of the squad.
Next up is Pustulus. Nope. Plague Marine. Climb.
Oh no.
But I did establish several floors of nonsense, so There were 4, so he will be on floor 2 now. Okay. Next up, we have Gideon.
So was he needed to do anything with the warp gate?
Currently, Trin Rakai is driving the bus on that, so we don't have any specific instructions other than let Trin Rakai work.
When Orgoth died, I remember you saying he was wearing like something.
Yeah, like skull mask.
Is that anywhere?
Yeah, you can grab it.
Yeah, so I think he's going to take that because his face is all burnt up with that thing, so he's going to strap that on.
Yep.
And I assume all the plague and rot
Burned away.
off, the last time. So he's going to pop that on and kind of feels like the cold metal on his face. And it feels, for 1 second, he feels kind of nice for just a minute. And then he's going to look at Attikus fighting the demonhost, and he's going to give Attikus a barrier.
Okay.
He's going to try. Is there anybody else? There's no more sorcerers?
Only no.
Yeah, so he's just
the only threat left in the room.
He's going to try
until the Space Marine arrives.
Well, I mean, the Nurglings are broken up, but they seem scared. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're kind of they're still trying to fire Morgan's gun.
Yeah, they're fighting over Morgan's gun.
Yeah, so he's just
firing guns and bullying Jeffrey.
3, 2, 3, and then he takes an extra difficulty because he is not feeling good.
Critically bad.
He
shit.
did fantastically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Holy shit.
So anytime you take damage, you absorb 4 points of damage into that shield.
Oh, so it's like soak?
Yeah, you just get like an extra 4 soak, basically. And he also took 1 threat doing that.
Okay. Well, you know where that threat's going.
Yep.
How much strain do you have left?
I have 2 strain left. Thank you for asking. It's none of your fucking business. Strain I have left.
Au contraire. It is exactly my business. Yeah. All right, cool. So the flaming shield envelops Attikus. Morgan.
Yep, and Morgan is staying down there with Valentyne near the portal, but we'll send Toby to try and get her gun.
Okay.
And I will pay for the double movement on that. I'll pay the strain, and then try and get that gun back.
Great. Okay, let's do a coordination, I think, because you're swooping in to grab.
Sure.
Yeah, coordination. I'm going to say difficulty 3 because there's a bunch of Nurglings.
Okay.
I will give you a boost for Toby being like bigger than all of them.
Yeah.
And a boost for honestly probably having done this a bunch. Like this
Grabbing
feels
that
like
gun, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it.
Okay, I'm going to roll it. 4 successes, 2 advantage, Toby.
Yeah.
Toby snagged that gun.
Toby, get your gun.
Yeah.
Yep. So Toby grabs the gun. They're all like, ah! Like, hey, we're working on that. We're doing something here.
And I'm going to take back some strain. And I guess even just for flavor of that is like Toby goes down, swoops up, gets the gun. Morgan is sitting next to Valentyne, squatted down, puts a hand up, and the gun comes back in her hand because she sighted it herself.
In,
yeah.
Locked. Yeah.
So she's ready.
Awesome. Very cool. Valentyne.
Valentyne is just working with Trin. Essentially, he wants to be a second pair of hands so we can do things twice as fast. He's got the seed. He can carve a piece off the seed with the power sword if he needs to. He's got Trin. He's also using Morgan to kind of prop Trin's body up. So if Trin needs 3 hands to hit multiple stones on this, just whatever the fuck Valentyne's told to do, he's going to do.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to roll for the portal. Okay. So I got some successes, and I got a despair. So the portal begins to kind of like, things are activating, and Trin is, jamming things. It says, for someone who's never done this, you're actually quite helpful. I appreciate this, Inquisitor, as you start to get things going. But you hear metallic clanging in the elevator shaft as it's going less from little careful climbing to just a proper monster out of hell. You get the sense, Trin basically says roughly 1 more round, I think. Need a few more minutes here. Buy time. And continues to touch and twitch things. And Valentyne included you as boost on.
Great. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So Valentyne will keep that going. I will flag for those within this party and the GM. Valentyne subtly has Eugene flying, and it's plugged into his eyes. He is recording every bit of how this gate works because he does not trust Trinrakai worth a shit. Or if Trinrakai dies and they don't have a way through, he'd rather be guessing based off of a roadmap of how to open this one. Because if this gets into the Black Library, then he just needs to learn what to switch to get to Mars and to Earth.
Yep.
So he has 2 different vantages of recording
Valentine being paranoid? So
what a twist.
Okay, Nurglings are furious about the gun, so they're gonna double move to. Well, they don't have strength, so they can't double move. They're gonna single move toward. They're gonna spend both their movement to get to Morgan because you took their gun.
Yeah.
But then they're out of stuff to do, so they're just there being annoying. Demon Host, Attikus, you're up close and personal.
I'm right there, baby.
So he's gonna vomit nonsense on you, but he's gonna do it at a bit of a disadvantage because he is deeply distracted by the woman. Totally normal human woman.
This is a ranged attack?
No, it's up close.
It's up close. So is it considered melee?
Yes.
So his defense is 2 on melee.
Defense 2, perfect. He gets an additional setback for being distracted by the woman. It's got difficulty 2. I'm actually going to increase his difficulty rather than giving him a setback because of who he's staring at.
Does the flame wall give defense or just deletes attacks?
This version.
Oh, I see. It's different.
It's
Okay.
you can bump all kinds of weird stuff.
I'm going to spend a story point.
Okay, I'm not.
Yep.
So we
I
gain.
have 5 yellow, 3 purple, 2 black. What's the story point count at now?
2 for us, 3 for you.
Wow, still there. Yikes.
We
Okay,
went
let's
down
go.
to 0 and 5.
Yeah, we did.
1 success, 2 threat. What a fucking weird roll. Okay, so that is 10 damage to you, Attikus, with burn 5.
Oh.
Yeah. And then with the 2 threat.
Does burn hit on this turn?
No, it's each subsequent turn.
Okay, so
For
I'll
the
need
next-
you guys to tell me about that
for the next 5
next time.
And then the 2 threat to me. I'll spend the 2 threat to give Morgan a bullet. So,
Hey.
not an extra bullet, but you put the bullet in the gun.
Yeah.
Just like as this is happening, it gives you time to put it in. Okay,
Take it.
cool. Top of the round. We have Attikus.
Try and finish this guy off. Yeah.
You got that big swing?
Same pool here, so I'm just going to re-roll. 1 success, 4 advantages. So that's 18.
How does he
4.
die?
I think with this bile puke thing that he did, that got like 1 hit on me, and I soaked it. But this burn business, which it happens now, I guess, or at the end of my turn. What does that look like for me?
Okay, you will take the base damage of the attack. So it's whatever the stat the creature has that the base
damage is 9.
The base damage is 9. So you will take 9.
9, and I don't soak that.
You can soak. There's no pierce. There's nothing on it. It's just 9 damage. Essentially, the first blast is always like psychically enhanced, and then it's just that you're still on fire.
Okay.
So that keeps going.
It did not hit my flesh, any of this. I think then the shield kind of came up, and we talked about the power sword providing like a peek hole, and it just pours through and like kind of gets on like his arm and across his chest, but it is eating through that and not his flesh. And he just kind of shoves the guy off, and I think probably it's backpedaling a little bit from the shift in the weight, and he just kind of winds up and puts a fist right through the torso.
Great. So just like punch a hole. The demon's eyes like light up. The woman just waves at it with like a little smirk, and the demon roars and dissipates from the host. Unbound, it kind of like breaks from reality and has to reform itself. But the body kind of thumps to the ground and falls away, which I think means we can drop out of initiative order. Trinrakai, like...
Yeah, if you can choke that amount of fire,
stuff.
then you're just on fire for like...
Yeah, it's just
and
it's
presumably
just
another
as
minute or
he's
so.
stomping Nurglings as he comes
Yeah, I was
back.
going to say, Morgan's trying to sidle away from them. And she's like, Colonel, and he just steps
comes
on
in
him.
and sweeps him, with his hand.
Do you
and
need me to
shield.
keep that shield up to keep you over the soak?
No, my soak is 9, so it is just enough.
Perfect.
Yeah, great. So
yeah.
you make your way back. Trinrakai is kind of muttering to himself in Eldari, and then he says, yes, there. And he grabs the seed from you and says, Inquisitor, would you be so good as to cut a little hole right there?
Bam, done.
Right. He jams that in, and immediately the Folk Gate lights up. As it does, you see the Plague Marine claw his way. His armor's all shattered. His guts are hanging out. Claw his way up, pulling his own roaring chainsword, and begin to rush at you. The gate opens, and immediately Shuriken fire just flies through the portal, shredding the Marine, blasting him down the tunnel. And Trin yells something in Eldari and says, "Now would be a good time to walk through."
Valentyne will wave everybody else through.
We're all going.
And as the Marine is just pin-cushioned by Eldari fire, all of you step through the portal and into the Black Library.
This episode of the Valentyne Heresy features the voices of players Ryan LaPlante, Tyler Hewitt, Josh Halbot, and Del Borovic, alongside Game Master Tom McGee. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and the Valentyne Heresy's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC.com. Our theme song is The Hordes by Megan McDuffie, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR. All of their music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. Ave Imperator, and death to all the heretics.
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Nithrian, Garbo Ape, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Alex Parr, Dragonfly, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Beef Not Cheese, Kai Koa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Adam, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hemsing, Alex LaFountain, Mickey Blake, Seth Cambron, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.